If I was in LeBron's shoes, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
They don't say nothing when Asians do it. They don't say nothing when Mexicans do it. Indian people, white people, nepotism has been around forever. The problem is not LeBron. The problem is not Bronny. We live in a system that embraces nepotism. So as long as it's there, people are gonna utilize it.
Yeah. Sean, same question for you. What are your thoughts to LeBron's reaction to all the criticism that we're seeing?
Well, I think the criticism is warranted, and
Again, you can make heads or tails of whether any of this stuff regarding Jeanie Buss and LeBron James is accurate, but it's interesting. To me, the most damning stuff in the entire article is that
Lakers owner gifts Bronny James luxury car. LeBron and legends erupt. In a move that has blurred every line between franchise and family, Lakers owner Jeanie Buss has just gifted 19-year-old rookie Bronny James a six-figure luxury vehicle. But what was meant as a welcoming gesture has exploded into the NBA's most shocking controversy, tearing open a deep wound between LeBron James and the legends of the game. This isn't about a car. This is about nepotism, privilege, and a blatant violation of the unwritten rules that have governed basketball for decades. The king is furious, the old guard is in revolt, and the league will never be the same. Is this a gift or a grenade? Hit subscribe to follow the fallout from the most controversial present in sports history. It was supposed to be a private moment, a welcoming gesture from a franchise to its newest, most scrutinized rookie. Instead, a single Instagram post from Bronny James detonated a scandal that would engulf the NBA. The photo was simple: Bronny standing in what appeared to be a private gated driveway, keys in hand, leaning against the shimmering hood of a brand new, custom-finished Rolls-Royce Spectre, an all-electric super coupe with a starting price well over $400,000. The caption was a gracious, if stunned, beyond grateful to the Lakers family for an unbelievable welcome. This is unreal. #blessed. The internet did the math in nanoseconds. A 19-year-old rookie drafted in the second round, holding the keys to a vehicle worth more than his entire first-year NBA contract, and the tagline, "The Lakers family," pointed the finger of provenance directly at the top. Within the hour, sources from within the Lakers organization confirmed to major outlets that the car was indeed a personal gift from majority owner and governor Jeanie Buss to Bronny, intended as a welcome to the family and an investment in his comfort and security as he navigated the intense pressure of being LeBron James's son in Los Angeles. The reaction was not the awe or congratulations the post might have expected. It was a tidal wave of instant white-hot controversy. For fans and observers, it was a stark, jaw-dropping symbol of unprecedented favoritism. For the league's old guard, it was a flashing red siren, a violation of a sacred, unspoken code. And for one man, watching from his own home, it was a personal and professional betrayal that would ignite a firestorm. The gift wasn't just a car. It was a lit match tossed into a room soaked in gasoline. The explosion was imminent, and it would start with a father's fury.
Nepotism, because I don't want to hear it either, and I really appreciate and applaud you for bringing it up, because you hear people mumbling about that in the weeks and the days leading up to the draft. It is something that has permeated throughout the NBA for quite some time, okay, and on all levels, and no one has said anything. It's never been an issue.
What have been some of the preliminary conversations you've had with your father about what's expected in the NBA and what you can expect to hear and see once you start playing?
LeBron James's reaction was not public, not at first. There was no fiery tweet, no Instagram story. According to multiple sources with direct knowledge of the situation, his response was a private, volcanic, and profoundly personal fury that sent shockwaves through the inner circles of the Lakers and Clutch Sports. The betrayal LeBron felt was multifaceted. First and foremost, it was paternal. LeBron has meticulously shielded Bronny from the worst of the NBA's glare, emphasizing hard work, humility, and earning every step. This extravagant public gift from the owner shattered that narrative in an instant. It framed Bronny not as a grinding rookie earning his stripes, but as a pampered prince, a recipient of extraordinary privilege precisely because of who his father is. It undermined everything LeBron had taught his son about self-made success and poured gasoline on the nepotism narrative he'd fought against for years. Professionally, the gift was seen as an act of profound sabotage. LeBron, a student of locker room dynamics, knew the instant toxic resentment this would breed. A second-round rookie arriving with a $500,000 car from the owner's personal coffers would alienate him from every veteran on a minimum contract, every undrafted player fighting for a roster spot, every individual who had taken the hard road. It placed a blinding, hostile target on Bronny's back before his first practice, guaranteeing he would be judged, isolated, and tested with a ferocity no other rookie would face. In LeBron's eyes, Jeanie hadn't eased his son's path. She had weaponized his journey. Finally, it was a catastrophic breach of strategic trust. The LeBron-Jeanie partnership is a complex, carefully negotiated alliance. This unilateral move, executed without his knowledge or consent, was viewed as a stunning overstep and a demonstration of profound tone deafness. It showed, from LeBron's perspective, a fundamental failure to understand his core values or the fragile chemistry of a team. Sources describe his private verdict as one of cold fury. She just made him a mark in front of everyone. The king wasn't merely displeased.
Bob talked about this. Bronny James, the way he has worked, the way he has prepared himself, there's never been any sense of entitlement with him. He has never carried himself that way on every team he's been on, whether it was in high school, travel basketball, with
we put a bunch of bags on the shelf.
So to put it in,
which bag is the deepest?
Mostly it has to do with how you going to be able to put the ball in the bag.
While LeBron's rage simmered behind closed doors, the public backlash from the NBA's old guard was immediate, brutal, and unified in its condemnation. The gift wasn't just a bad look. To the legends who built the league on grit and dues paying, it was a desecration of their code. Charles Barkley led the charge on TNT's Inside the NBA. His face was a mask of disgust. Let me tell you something. This is straight up bull. You know what my welcome to the league was? A playbook and a folding chair. This kid ain't done nothing yet. Not a dang thing. And they hand him a Rolls-Royce? That ain't welcoming. That's poisoning. You think Moses Malone got a car? You think Isaiah got a car? This is why these young guys are soft. They get rewarded for existing, not for achieving. Shaquille O'Neal, often playful, was uncharacteristically grave on his podcast. Big mistake. Huge. I love Jeanie, but this is not the Laker way. The Laker way is earning it. Magic, Kobe, myself, we earned everything. We got the love after we brought championships. This sends the absolute wrong message to every other player on that team, to every kid watching. The message now is, be born into the right family. But the most devastating critique came from Magic Johnson himself, the very symbol of the Lakers family ideal. In a series of tersely worded tweets, he wrote, "I'm surprised by this. As an owner, you have to treat every player the same, from the superstar to the last man on the bench. Fairness is the foundation. A gift like this for one player before he's played a minute fractures that foundation. This wasn't a good decision." The chorus of disapproval wasn't just from TV personalities. Anonymous quotes flooded in from Hall of Famers and respected veterans. "It's a slap in the face to every player who ever had to earn their keep," said one former MVP. Another added, "This is how you create a cancer in your locker room. Before he even steps on the court, they've made him the problem." The legends weren't attacking Bronny, they were eviscerating the act itself. They saw it as a corrupting force, a breach of the meritocratic principles they believe make sports sacred. In their view, Jeanie Buss hadn't
be happy about getting to the league instead of me thinking about playing with my dad. But that's like not my mindset right now at all. I'm just trying to put in the work and see where it takes me from here. I just want to, have people know my name is Bronny James, and not being, identified as just LeBron James' son. I feel like that would be a great end goal.
On your phone, there's no answer.
My brother.
You want to try calling him?
The fallout from the luxury car gift did not remain in the realm of media debate or private fury. It seeped like a toxin directly into the Lakers' locker room, creating an environment of quiet resentment and impossible pressure for Bronny James before he had even participated in his first official team practice. According to sources within the player circle, the atmosphere shifted overnight. Veterans who had been prepared to offer guidance to a young player carrying an immense burden now viewed him with cold skepticism. The unspoken questions became a palpable chill. Why should we help a kid who got a Rolls for showing up? Why should we cover for him on defense when his welcome gift cost more than our salary? Bronny's attempt to downplay the gift, telling teammates it was just a car and that he was focused on work, reportedly backfired, seen as disingenuous or out of touch. His inherent challenge, earning respect as LeBron James's son, had been magnified 1,000-fold. He was no longer just the famous rookie, he was the owner's favorite, a label that breeds jealousy and isolation in any workplace, let alone the hyper-competitive NBA. Furthermore, the gift strategically handcuffed the coaching staff. How does a coach demand maximum effort and discipline from a player the owner has publicly anointed with such an extravagant pre-reward? Any minor mistake, any moment of rookie struggle would now be viewed through the lens of privilege. Of course he's not ready, he didn't have to earn anything. The car didn't grant Bronny favor, it erected a wall between him and the genuine integration he desperately needed. The locker room, a fragile ecosystem built on shared struggle, now had a caste system. On one side, the anointed rookie. On the other, everyone else who had to fight for every minute, every dollar, every ounce of respect. Jeanie Buss's intended symbol of family had, in practice, created the deepest possible family division. The car wasn't parked in a garage. It was parked squarely between Bronny James and any chance of a normal, earned rookie experience.
It's a huge free agent signing, to say the least. What would your dad think of this right now, Jeanie?
It felt, very like a familiar feeling that when we got Shaquille O'Neal as a free agent, in 1996, it kind of felt the same way, which
it is now time to play the game that everyone loves called White People or Black People. Can we play our world famous game really quick?
Let's do it.
I don't know if you have any idea what you just walked into. It is now time to play the
As the scandal reached a fever pitch, Jeanie Buss, through tightly controlled channels, allowed her rationale to be explained. According to insiders close to the owner, the gift was born from a place of profound, if profoundly miscalculated, goodwill. Her defense, as presented, rested on several intentions. First, she saw the gift as a protective measure, not a spoil. Buss believed the unprecedented invasive pressure on Bronny James constituted a unique and hostile workplace condition. In her mind, the luxury vehicle, with its security features, privacy, and independence, was a tangible resource to shield him, a tool for his professional well-being and mental focus amidst the storm. She framed it as an organizational duty of care, akin to providing a necessary asset for a high-profile employee in an impossible situation. Second, it was the ultimate expression of her LAKERS family doctrine. Buss has long championed the idea of the franchise as a loyal dynasty. From her perspective, this was that ethos literalized. If family supports family, why shouldn't the organization's matriarch welcome the son of its current king with a grand supportive gesture? It was meant to signal unconditional internal support, a message to Bronny that the organization itself had his back in a way that went beyond a contract. Finally, there was likely an unspoken element of franchise politics. The gift was a powerful, symbolic gesture to LeBron James himself, a demonstration of commitment to his family's comfort and long-term place within the Lakers universe. It was a bid for deeper loyalty, an attempt to intertwine the James legacy with the Buss legacy in an unmistakable material way. However, this defense spectacularly failed to account for the NBA's deeply ingrained culture of earned respect, the psychological dynamics of a team locker room, and LeBron's own fiercely guarded philosophy for his son. Buss operated from an owner's handbook of benevolent patronage. The basketball world, from the legends to the locker room, reacted from a blue-collar code of meritocratic sacrifice. The collision between these two worldviews is what turned a car into a catastrophe.
Well, first off, he averaged 4 points a game on a bad team in a so-so conference as a freshman. He's not ready for the NBA. I mean, let's call it like we see it. He should be playing basketball somewhere where he's got a chance to grow a little bit on a collegiate level, play some NCAA tournament games, play with some pressure. Nobody's ever seen him play with pressure, and I don't go with these draft combines.
Do you think that are the media giving them their fair assessment of it? Because when you're talking about this, again, this started because of Bronny.
The Rolls-Royce will eventually be driven. The headlines will fade, but the damage inflicted by Jeanie Buss's gift is permanent and multifaceted. It has created fissures that cannot be sealed, rewriting relationships and leaving a stain on multiple legacies. The foundational trust between LeBron James and Jeanie Buss is irrevocably fractured. LeBron no longer sees a strategic partner in the owner's chair, but a well-intentioned yet dangerously impulsive force capable of undermining his family's well-being and his son's professional journey with a single misguided gesture. Their alliance reverts to a cold, transactional understanding. Every future discussion about contracts, roster construction, organizational direction will be haunted by this moment. It stands as proof that their definitions of support and family are not just different, but destructively incompatible. For Bronny James, the path forward is now strewn with a unique and inescapable obstacle. No matter his performance, this gift will be the defining preface to his career. A spectacular play will be met with, "What do you expect from the kid they handed a Rolls-Royce?" A rookie mistake will be framed as, "See, he was never worth the special treatment." The one thing he needed most, the opportunity to be judged solely on his own merit, his own grind, has been stripped from him. His narrative is no longer his own to write. It is forever prefaced by a symbol of unearned privilege. Most broadly, the incident serves as a grim monument in the culture war between the old NBA and the new. The legend's furious backlash wasn't just about a car. It was a last stand for a vanishing code. That respect is earned through sweat and struggle, not bestowed through patronage or pedigree. Jeanie Buss's gift, intended as modern familial support, was received as a betrayal of that code. In the end, the luxury car isn't just a vehicle. It is a symbol of a divided kingdom, a gift that managed to alienate a king, outrage the old guards, poison a locker room, and forever alter a rookie's destiny. Some gifts, it turns out, come with an infinite cost. So, what is the final verdict? Was Jeanie Buss's gift a well-meaning but catastrophic miscalculation, a naive attempt to protect a young player that backfired spectacularly? Or was it a brazen act of favoritism that exposed a broken, unfair system and deserved the legendary backlash it received? Did the legends overreact, clinging to an outdated bootstraps mentality? Or were they right to defend the sacred principle that nothing in the NBA should be given, only earned? And where does this leave Bronny? Can he ever drive out from under this shadow? The garage door is open, the engine is running, and the sports world is divided in the rearview mirror. Was this a gift or a grenade?